Presidential candidate, John Richardson Meadows. John D. Rockefeller, 1929, $660 billion. 1929 to 1941, nationwide poverty, desperation, violence, crime, long and great suffering, and early deaths. Roosevelt, 1941 to 1946, full employment. National prosperity, world prominence. Retaining and sharing equitably just 10% of the nation's production, as 90% was destroyed in war. The American people, with a program of full employment, full pay, and full benefits, became the most prosperous people of the world, and the nation regained its more universal economy, peace, goodwill, and cooperation among the people, and progressed scientifically, socially, culturally, and artistically to become the leading nation of the world. 1946, regulation ended. Corporate prices, profits grew. 1946 to 2011, under tutelage of the Rockefellers, Mellons, and other parasitic influences, proffering the personal utopian philosophy of elitism, inequity, exclusion, and human sacrifice, of fundamentalist religion, and its adapted extension as the modern protocols of capital, codified by the Greenspan-Rand theories of capitalist economy, the professional families progressively monopolized the representative and executive positions of government, institutions, corporations, and industry, and reinstituted the practice of excluding people from the economy to create desperation, to extort labor for inequitable and poverty wages, and part-time and temporary work without benefits, as they progressively and continuously increased prices, taxes, fines, fees, usury, rents, foreclosures, repossessions, seizures, and executive and professional salaries and bonuses to gain wealth from profits and dividends, to cause ever-increasing poverty, homelessness, suffering, early deaths, generalized desperation, violence, and crime. 1929 again. The history of persons afflicted by the progressive and communicable mental disorder of elitism indicates that unless they are prevented, they will continue and increase the inequity, ever-increasing prices, taxes, fines, fees, usury, rents, executive and professional salaries and bonuses, profits, dividends, exclusion of people from the economy to create desperation, to extort labor for inequitable and poverty wages, part-time and temporary work with no benefits, to impoverish the nation as they resort to raiding the national treasury, provoking and condoning police violence, incarcerations, institutionalizations, institutional violations of human rights, and war. You may be able to end this cycle with a moment and word of support and a simple vote. Full employment, full pay, full benefits, assured by the National Treasury, human rights, equality, restoration of legitimate, egalitarian, universally representative, democratic government, viable society of peace, goodwill, and cooperation among the people, universal economy. Human rights, the right to life, to live and not to be killed by insane people who happen upon executive and effective powers of government, institutions, corporations, and industry. The right to exercise conscionable liberties, those that cause no harm or death. The right to social economic intercourse requisite to a good life. full employment, full pay, full benefits, fair prices, the right to freedom from slavery, by any name extorted labor, labor for inequitable low or no wages, or temporary part-time and no benefits, and freedom from the compulsions of religious and other uneconomic antisocial philosophy of elitism, inequity, exclusion, and human sacrifice, the right not to be dispossessed, relocated, contained, isolated, compelled, or brutalized, and the right to equal representation and participation in governmental, institutional, corporate, and industrial determinations, regulations, and implementations. These are some human rights. Anything that does not cause harm or death is a human right. The use of governmental, institutional, corporate, industrial power or position to violate any law or human right is not an option or privilege of officers or executives, but is capital crime, sedition, undermining from within to destroy the legitimate government, the viability of the society, its peace, goodwill, and cooperation among the people, and its universal economy. The capital crime of sedition merits the capital punishment that legitimate government can impose. The capital punishment that legitimate government can impose is bonding of the criminal and the criminal's family by signed contract. Legitimate government does not kill, nor cause harm, nor violate any human right. The right to life is a human right inalienable and requisite to the existence of legitimate government. Where the ritual of human sacrifice is practiced and where any human right is violated, the legitimate government has been destroyed with an equal destruction imposed upon the viability of the society. Men who do not understand the uneconomic, antisocial wrong of killing do not understand the antisocial, uneconomic wrong of many wrongs, and they can neither establish nor maintain legitimate government or a viable society of peace, goodwill, and universal economy. They destroy these things. There are no superior people by any measure, and no superior rights. Where there is legitimate government, we are all equals, with equal rights and responsibilities to honor all human rights. Legitimate, egalitarian, universally representative democratic government and a viable society of enduring peace, goodwill, and universal economy is ever at hand, within reach, attainable. Let no one convince you otherwise. Chant fils de Richard Plantagenet, Nome Real, registered 21 August 1938, Chattanooga, Tennessee. John Richardson Meadows, legal name USA, registered 30 April 1958, Nashville, Tennessee.